Okay, hello guys. This is part 2 of the series I'm doing on how I build MiyoLinux. Unless you're really interested in this, you might find it kind of boring because uh, I do a lot of the things that I'm doing and I'm not really talking much through it. Or then again, you might like that. I don't know. But it is, you might find it boring. If you want to watch it, feel free to. And if you do watch it, I hope you find it somewhat enjoyable. I will say though, I caught a mouse while I was filming the video, but all this is is where I go through and I do some theming, kind of basically set the system up the way I want it to look, how I want it to feel, and that's all it is. It's just a configuration video where you start with a bare bones open box system and get it somewhat configured for the final product. So with that, I'll leave you to it if you want to continue watching. Thanks a lot. Okay, here we are on the freshly installed, freshly booted system. This is open box. Now out of the box, get it, open box. I'm sorry, I'm a sucker for bad jokes. Uh, anyway, you do get this dynamic application here, or dynamic menu for applications. However, it's a little wackadoodle. If you notice, all the categories are just kind of thrown around, and if you look at the applications themselves, there's no rhyme nor reason to how they're listed. So just wanted you to be aware of that. Alright, now let's open up PC Man FM. I want to look at something. Okay, I do have them. Good. Let's make sure the applications are showing, and they are. Excellent. I didn't install XDG user directories or XDG user dirs, but apparently it came in with Xorg, I guess. I did realize that I forgot to install suckless tools, but I'm not going to take the time to do that. We're going to go ahead and get right into getting things set up. Let's see. Let's look at applications. I probably should have just left. I should have just left PC Man FM open, because we're going to need to do a few things here. Show hidden files, go to .config, and if you notice, I do not have an open box folder, so I'm going to go ahead and create that, and that'll get taken care of after a little while. And I'm also, while I'm here, this is for ob menu generator, need to go ahead and create an ob menu generator folder. Okay. Let's see, was there anything else I needed to do in here? I don't think so. So I will turn off hidden files for now. Now what I'm going to do, normally I have everything that I use on a USB, and since I don't have guest editions installed on here, I packaged a few of them up, and I'm going to pull them in with wget. Man, this menu's crazy. LX terminal. Alright, let's get wget http. Let me move my cursor. https OSD. Whoop. And hopefully we'll get that in here. There it is. It just showed up. It hasn't finished inflating it yet though. Alright. Let's see. Let me do I normally change that to where it'll open LX terminal instead of Xterm. Let's move example.zip to home Mio downloads. Okay, and there it is. All right, unzip example.zip. Okay, now this is everything. Well, let me show hidden files. This is everything I'm going to do on this system. These are different files and things that I add onto a system when I'm building MiyoLinux. So first thing we're going to do is get rid of this handy dandy menu here in place of op menu generator. Okay, there's that. Now I've already done step 1. Let's open up LX terminal again. And let's git clone it. And let's copy the schema PL. And now for the next commands we need to be root. All right. Now this is what cpan minus was needed for, right? These next few commands. And sometimes it might take a little bit for some of these to finish. That's another thing, if you notice that, let's see if it's too late to, oops. I was trying to increase the font size. Let me just do it. For some reason it's not working. Well, I'll do it in a minute. I'm sorry. Let me finish getting this installed. Anyway, that's another thing about these latest Devuan ISOs. They fail to actually set your locale. So you have to end up running dev package reconfigure TZ data. I'm hoping that's not going to be an issue here. And let's make it executable. I know this is boring to you, I'm sorry. Now exit root and run this last command as a normal user. Okay, it says it did generate a, and there it is. Okay, so it did generate the menu for us. Excellent, much better. And now what I'm going to do is replace that schema file with my own. And this one right here. Now, just to show you, this is what it looks like when you first install it. I'm going to go ahead and paste mine in there. And now there it is with my changes. You do need to come in here to the config PL. Open that with your text editor. And scroll down to the bottom. And right here where it says editor, you need to change that to your text editor that you're actually using, which in this case is mousepad. And scroll down here and choose your terminal that you want to use, which in this case is LX terminal. Save it. And now, like when you like if we wanted to look at the schema file, it would actually open now. Otherwise, if I hadn't changed that to mousepad, it wouldn't have been able to open unless I had Genie installed. Okay, let's finish all this up. I don't need this folder any longer, so I can remove that. Okay, downloads, example. Okay, let me open up another window. See what I have to put in here. Auto start, copy. I've already done odd menu generator, open box. I want my auto start file for open box. Well, I need both of those. Just put them there. And my conf file. Alright, we are finished with config, so I can delete that. .local. Say local share. And that's my welcome to MiyoLinux. Makes it open up automatically when you first boot into the system, and the installer that I use. I don't need that any longer. Go back to the home folder, documents. These are my live user notes and release notes. Put those in the actual documents folder. I don't need that any longer. Okay, I do have Conky RC and an X resources file that I need to put in the home folder. I don't need this any longer. And let's see. I'm going to save the refractor configs for the last video, because that's what I'm going to do, is show you how to set up the refractor tools and kind of theme things so that it will be your own respin. Alright, so let's open up a PCman FM as root. Oh, I just typed in my real password. SU. Alright. And we'll open up another window. Let's see. I need to see the file system there, so we'll do that. Alright. In ETC, I have a file that I use to help with font rendering. Makes the fonts look a lot smoother. So we'll go down here to fonts, and that's it right there. Nothing else you have to do with that. We're finished with that. And now we need to go to the lightdm folder. Lightdm. Now, first thing I do on this lightdm.conf, if you remember, I had on the login screen, well, I don't think you saw the login screen, did you? Right now, the login screen, you have to type in your name and your password. This that we're about to do here will make your name automatically show up, and all you have to do is put in your password. Go full screen with that. Let me make the font larger so you can see it a little better. We'll do 14. And that didn't work. Okay. Let me turn on line numbers. That doesn't work. Oh my word. Okay. What you're going to do, you're going to scroll a little over halfway down, and you will see this part right here called seat. Scroll down until you see this line right here, greeter hide users equals false, and just remove that hashtag right there. I wonder if it'll even let me save it, because I don't have a clue. Hopefully it did. Now, lightdm.gtkgreeter.conf, this is where you can set your own background. Let me show them so you can compare. I'm going to try that again. I don't understand why it didn't let me change the font. I guess it did that time. Maybe I just did something wrong. Let's go up a little bit larger. Well, it's not, is it? Okay, I'm sorry guys. Come down here to the bottom, very bottom of the file, and you can set your own background for lightdm. You can choose the theme, the icon theme that's used, the font that's used. I mean, you can fill in all of these, and I do have most all of this filled in. So what I'm going to do is just copy all of this right here and paste it in. Right now the lightdm screen is just a black background with like I said, you have to fill in everything yourself. Okay, I think that's it. So we will save that. Now that's pointing to a certain picture that I want to use for the background. I don't need etc any longer. Now we need to go to the user folder. User, local bin, and these are all my little scripts, or not all of them. These are the ones I'm going to put in here. Compton control, conky control, the exit, the keyboard layout, open up LX appearance as root, open up PC man FM as root, the touchpad controls, the welcome screen, and the papyrus folder script. All those go in, or I put them in user local bin. And I don't think I have anything else to go in local. Nope. So I can get rid of that. Now share. Let's go to share. Now I was talking earlier about the grub screen, how it's just that black and blue. Since we didn't install desktop base, you have to create a folder in user share called images. You see it doesn't exist. I'm just going to pull mine over here. And what's inside that folder, that's going to be my lightdm background. And this is called desktop base. You'll have to create this folder also. And inside the desktop base folder, there is a ping image called desktop-grub ping png, and that will be the new background for the grub screen. MiyoLinux. Inside the MiyoLinux folder are the flags that are used in the keyboard layout switcher, a couple of images, and a WAV file, which I probably won't be using, but that's what's in there if you're wondering. I'm just going to move it over here to user share. In themes, let's go down to the themes folder. There it is. Inside themes, these are all my open box themes that I made for MiyoLinux. I'm just going to put those in there. In Tint 2, this is my Tint 2 panel that I want to use. There it is. I'll just put that in there. And wallpapers. I don't need those two any longer. And I'm just going to move wallpapers in here because there's no wallpapers folder. Okay. I think that's everything other than the refractor configs. So let me close this out. Let me choose a wallpaper. Choose that one. I always set them to zoomed fill and apply. Alright, there's that. We still don't have a Tint 2 yet, so let's go into settings to Tint 2 settings, and it still won't even show up. I could run it through the terminal, but I'm not going to do that. And I want the MiyoLinux Tint 2. There it is. Make that the default. Yes. Now it'll show up. I'm about to log out and log back in. Alright, let's go to customize look and feel. I'm going to choose a Devuan to dark. I'm going to make the font Ubuntu regular 11. The icon theme will be Papyrus Dark. And the mouse cursor will be DMZ white in this case. And the window border, oh, it's already on MiyoLinux or Devuan to dark because I put in the RC XML file earlier. Okay. See how the menu looks now. Very good. Is there anything else? I can't think of anything, so let me go ahead and exit. Oh no, I didn't. I know what happened. I didn't make all those files that I put into user local bin, I didn't set them as executable. Well, there's a way around that. Open box exit. And there's the new login screen. Now it won't show my name yet. That takes a reboot. It won't show your name until you actually reboot the system. Okay? Oh, I'm using my own name. Mio and Mio. Now we should get a Tent 2 panel at least. Good. There's the volume icon. Okay. That is all I'm going to do as far as setting things up. I am going to show, let's see, I don't need that. I'm going to show the files you need to edit. One for the login screen. I wish I'd done it just now. I didn't even think about it. One for the login screen and one for Pulseaudio To Work. So I already know my files aren't executable because I forgot to make them executable. So let me do it the old-fashioned way. And I just entered my own password again. Good grief. Now normally I do a whole lot more than what I'm doing on this. I'm just trying to keep it as short as possible. Alright, let's go to etc. Let's see. etc pamd, that's it. And I think it's lightdm greeter. I have this actually written down somewhere. I'm doing it from memory. Yeah, this is it right here. So it's etc pamd, and you need to open up lightdm greeter. Okay, and right here on the bottom, what I'm going to do, you can either just comment this one out and add a new line, but I'm not going to do that. You see here it's calling for systemd, and we don't have systemd. You need to change that last line to elogind and save it. And by doing that, you'll be able to shut down and restart from the login screen. Now let's take care of what you have to do to get Pulseaudio to work. etc. If you heard that, I just caught a mouse. I really did. That thing has been terrorizing us for about a week now. But I tricked him. I showed him who's boss. Okay, enough of that. I probably went past it. Let's see, where am Pulse? etc Pulse client.conf.d, and this one file in here, open that with your text editor. Take that, XFCE. And you need to comment out this line right here and save it. says on Linux systems, disable auto spawn by default if you're not using systemd. Comment out this line, and that's what we just did. So now the next time we reboot, which I'm about to do, the next time we reboot, Pulseaudio will work for you, and you'll be able to shut down and log out and so forth from the login screen. Okay, so let's go ahead and I will exit from root and do login control reboot. And fellas, you have to excuse me for just a moment. I have to go over here and look at the mouse in the bucket. I'll be right back. Got him. Hey, you rascal varmint. All right. I wish I had my video hooked up so I could show it to you. All right, come on, baby. Alright, there you go. See, now you have your name automatically filled in, and you can actually use these now. Before we changed that one file, these would have just been all grayed out. Alright. And there we are, back on our new OpenBox desktop. As I mentioned earlier, I usually do a whole lot more stuff than this, but I wanted to try and keep it as short as possible because I was sure you guys would probably get bored watching it. Let me check PAVU control. Yep, that's automatically muted right there. Alright, that's it. That's all for... Oh, I missed it. I hope it showed the actual grub screen. We'll find out in the next video. I'm not going to make you guys sit through that again. I hope it showed the new grub screen when it rebooted. But that's it for this video. I will see you in the next video. It'll be the final video, and show you what you need to do with the refractor tools. Okay? So you guys have a good evening and take care. Thanks.